So it's a hard act to follow the Marilla the Gorilla with Alistair and the Irishman that is, but you know, why does an Irishman actually wear 2 condoms? To be sure. But essentially, you know, the gorilla can't compete with Wiluna with the giant that's awakening, that's stirring and about to really move. It's had a bit of a gestation period in the last 12 months, having to do a bit of a renovation, and not new for me. Obviously, over the years, I've picked up outstanding geological opportunities in various parts of the world where majors or others haven't really seen the potential and spent the money and the time to do the job properly, to actually build them in the right way. So Wiluna's spent over $40 million of drilling in the last 12 months or so, over 100 kilometres of drilling results, and we continue at the moment to drill with 5 rigs at about that rate, underground and on the surface, defining what is one of the great ore bodies, gold ore bodies of Australia. Going back to the famous days of Wiluna at the northern end of the goldfields, it's currently already an 11 million ounce system, 4 million ounce mine, and we've got 7 million ounces drilled. Of that, there's about 4.3 million ounces of 4.9 gram material, which is only partially what we're going to define in the next 3 years at the rate that we're currently drilling. If you look at some of our drilling results, right off our development that we're currently working on, we've just recently announced intersections over 10 ounces, many intersections over a couple ounces, with structures and systems that are starting to look like some of the better zones at Fosterville, because we're dealing with the same geological system, large mesothermal system, where these large systems, if we continue to expand them from the surface down, will continue to increase the grade. And of course, we always talk about where is the best place to find gold. The best place to find gold is there's lots of gold right under your nose, and just drill it. And particularly with Wiluna, where there's already 5 declines, it's a very shallow ore body. We're currently in the process of, we've got $60 million in the bank, we just financed that. We're building a concentrator to go from a modest production rate to 120,000 ounces by the middle of next year. And that'll just happen you know, as a stage of our growth. In the next 3 years, this ore body will be expanded to about 250,000 ounces in a single location in a Tier 1 geological province, with drilling continuing at the rate that I've just talked about. And we have not faltered with our drilling. Every drill results we've released in the last few quarters has been stunning and better than what we expect. So the simplicity of Wiluna is that all we've done now is spend money and capital and work to make sure that every rock that has gold in the top 600 metres will go to the surface. There'll be processing facilities that deal with all of it, whether it's gravity gold, whether it's leachable gold. If it's concentrated, it'll go to a concentrator. We've sold the concentrates to Trafigura, one of the largest listed gold companies in London, called Polymetal. And Polymetal is building a processing facility which is being commissioned now, the largest pressure vessel in the world to treat double refractory gold on the east coast of Russia, in Vladivostok. And we intend to lengthen that relationship once we do the feasibility study for the next stage of our work. But going back to the history of Wiluna, so you all know a place in Perth that Claude Debenal built, and this was the largest gold mine in the empire back in the 30s. It was a 6 to 8 gram ore body, produced 1.5 million ounces. And it's really, since that time, had checkered, slow investment by various companies with no systematic approach across a system that's about 4.5 kilometres long already, and is probably going to be double in size. And it's got another potential 5 to 7 million ounces just in the extensional drilling that we're doing at a grade that's probably 1 or 2 grams higher than we're currently planning to mine. So it's the volume and grade and proper financing of this mine that's going to rebirth the giant to what it actually was once, which is one of the greatest gold mines in Australia. And follow the story, and if you want to get on board, you should do it now, because it won't be long before we start moving. So thank you very much for your time.